to the big boy. Can't handle anything smaller today for coffee. Gotta have my big one, right? Anyway, hey guys, we are amped for you Mavericks that are here online. We want to activate you today because today is the day to take action and change your life forever. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's go.
You guys are ready and we're so amped to have you here. The purpose of these videos is to activate you, to activate us, and to encourage us to grow ourselves, grow our brands so we reach our goal for this year, you guys, and then also champion others along the way forward.
It is on. Hey, Luann. Cool you're here. So today is the day we're not going to hold back. We are going to step up and keep going, right? That's the idea. Taking action. We're not going to dwindle. But today, topic of the day, before we get to it, I just want you to know we're about to launch something and be ready. That's it. That's all. Right? What's the topic of the day, love?
The topic of the day. Hey, Luann, you rock, girl. You're amazing. We miss you, by the way.
Yes.
The topic of the day is how to keep FOMO, which is FOMO is the fear of missing out,
right,
from harpooning your brand and sinking it. So that is what we are talking about today. Why are we talking about that, babe?
So the reason why we're bringing this up, we're seeing it affecting a lot of people. The entrepreneurs that we love, like even ourselves, we get into that mode of like, ooh, that looks good. We should try that. Oh, they're using this. Ooh, they've got this gear. Or something to the effect of shiny. And it gets distracted. We just totally go crazy and want to go after that instead of focusing, right?
Yes.
Focusing on what we should be doing. So the thing is too, is it's easy to get inspired and we love being inspired and growing. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a different, a whole other topic. But if we're taking and we're focusing on our main thing, right, we can easily take that step forward in the right direction and we'll achieve the goal.
Yes.
Achieve our goal. The number one goal, which is what it should be. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
So we have 3 little steps for you guys on how to avoid the trap of FOMO. FOMO.
Ouch.
The number 1 way to avoid FOMO is to know, like what Mike was saying, know your number 1 goal. Think of your number 1 goal as your lighthouse.
Yes.
Your brand is your ship. You're in your ship. You're making your way forward. Sometimes the seas are choppy. Sometimes it's foggy where you can't see that far ahead of you. But that lighthouse is what you're shooting for. That's what you're aiming for. That's where you're sailing. Now, what happens with FOMO is instead of going towards your lighthouse, towards your number 1 goal, you start going over here to this that looks good. You start going over here to, oh, that looks good. And you end up having to circle back around and go over here. And a journey that should have taken you 3 weeks to get from where you are to your lighthouse takes you 6 months because you're going all over the place.
Crazy.
So that is the number one tip we have for you. Get your number 1 goal. That's your lighthouse. Head in that direction consistently every day.
That's right.
Number 2.
Number 2, right? So be on the lookout for new ideas. We're not saying to just scratch those new ideas, right? Because it could be the same situation where you're just doing the same old thing and it's not working, right? And I can't remember who that comes from. The quote is, if you're trying the same old thing and there is no change, it's insanity, right? You don't want to go insane. You want to be sane. So just chop it. Go for the new idea that you know is going to work, though. That's the idea. So go after those things. But right now, if things are working well, you focus on that one goal, right? That's the most effective to get you to that goal, those steps. Then write those things down that are the new ideas that have come and shown their presence to you online, through a friend who shared it, something to that effect. And you're like, ooh, that's cool. I'm going to write it down, right? Save it for later. Put it aside. Don't let it get you distracted to that focus of where your lighthouse is.
Yeah.
Right?
Once you reach that lighthouse.
Right.
Oh, I'm coming up with number 3 already. That was a great setup, babe.
It's all good. It's all good.
So yeah, number 3 is once you've reached your lighthouse, that number 1 goal, you've reached the destination, then it's time to, hey, let's reevaluate. Let's look back at this journal I have where I've written down my inspiring ideas or things that I've seen along the journey. Or where if I've made a file on my computer where I've saved all my ideas, then it's time to really kind of dig in and reevaluate, check out the inspiration, and then use those as you're setting your new lighthouse. So maybe be like, okay, the new number 1 goal is this, and maybe one of these new ideas applies or is applicable to this new lighthouse.
Yes.
So then once you kind of reevaluated, set that new marker, that new goal, that new lighthouse, and continue forward daily.
Right.
Then just repeat the steps.
Stay on it.
Yes.
Right on, right on. So here's your action step. Today's action step. Nice and simple, right? Sit down for 15 minutes. That's it. Just 15 minutes. Take the time and write down what that number 1 goal is, right? Where are you trying to go? Where's that lighthouse? Where is it at? And why? Ask yourself, why is it the goal that I want to reach, right? Because like I heard the story of a lady who she knew that she wanted to work and help with homeless, right? Her heart was moved because of her mom. But she was like, but I don't know what to do and why and how. And I mean, there's so many questions. But what she did was, number 1 goal, how can I feed them? Right? That made her go, okay, this is what I got to take the steps. And if I just focus on how to feed them, boom, everything else, I'll worry about that later.
Good.
So,
good point.
That was the epic story this morning that moved me. But that's the big thing is you just lay that down, write it down, stay focused, and ask yourself why. Why am I focusing on that?
Yeah.
Will that be effective, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. That's so important because you don't want to just set a goal, be like, okay, that's where we're headed, but why are you headed there? Let's say your number 1 goal is to, you need to increase sales for your business, for your brand.
Good one.
Let's say that, okay, then you need to really be thinking, okay, what's the number 1 thing that I can be doing that's going to increase the revenue, increase the leads that I'm getting? What is that 1 thing? And let's get on it. Let's get attacking that, because if we're focusing on a bunch of different things, it's going to spread you thin, it's going to spread your team thin, and it's going to just dilute all of your efforts. So stay focused, know why that's your main goal, and then get into action.
Yeah. Jump after it. Don't and that's the thing, we don't want you to mistake. Remember, don't mistake the activity for progress, because you could be going crazy and your task is massive and you've got all kinds of software to like check and mark that down and boom, put it on a spreadsheet, and that doesn't mean you're making progress, right? We want to see you progressing, boom, to the goal and accomplish the goal, make that happen. Then when you reach the goal, done, right? Then time to reassess, time to check out what's the next goal, right? So go after it. Stay the course. Don't move off track.
Yes.
Cool. Now, we want to remind you, and this is something we want to touch on, is make sure if you are going through stuff, right now, and it's frustrating you, and you're like, I'm so done. I'm like ready to quit, give up.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Share with it. Share with us your battles, because battle wounds are welcome here.
Yeah.
Anything you're going through, doesn't matter if it's good or bad, share it. We want to know. We want to encourage you, but we also want to say, hey, if there's victories, let's hear about it. Let's get pumped up and get each other encouraged and keep on rolling forward, right?
Yeah. And if you don't want to make your battles or your failures or whatever public, message us. We'd love to pray for you, encourage you, help you any way we can.
That's right.
And then, like Mike said, though, if you have some successes, some victories, post those as well.
That's right.
Encourage others. Remember, we're here to encourage others and champion others along our journey forward.
Right. And if there's even a topic, something you're like, you know what, you guys might have knowledge of this, or if there's a hot topic that you want to have a question about, post it and we'll get on that. We will touch that topic.
Yes.
I'll cover that topic and nail it down, because we love the idea of community, grabbing it together, not doing it all by ourselves, right? No solo missions, right? So please post it.
Quote of the day?
Yeah, quote of the day. Let's do this.
Quote of the day is from Todd Henry. He is the author of an awesome book, both
Yeah.
Mike and I are listening to right now, and it's
Very
called
good.
Herding Tigers. It's a great book.
Not hurting with a T.
No, not
where
hurting.
You're smacking tigers,
No.
right? That is the opposite.
Herding, like you're herding cattle, but it's
Really?
herding tigers. So thanks for clarifying, babe. We're not hurting any
No,
tigers.
not hurting any tigers.
The quote is, focus is an act of bravery. To say yes to one thing is to say no to many, many others. So remember, as you're choosing your lighthouse, choose it wisely, because when you say yes to that, it's going to mean saying no to a lot of other things.
That's right.
But you guys got this. You guys got it. Right, babe?
No doubt about it. You're a maverick. We're going to encourage you to keep on going. We know you're going to take on new territory and see explosive numbers, right? We want to see profits for you. And what's happened to Teresa? Awesome to see you here. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Charge forward and don't give up.